Christmas Eve. Evening. Oh, hey, Jill. How are you feeling? I've just, for some reason, didn't read it. I won't say good, but not that bad, I guess. That's good to hear, sort of. Where's Gil? Did he run away again? Nah, I have him on errand duty, buying the drinks for tomorrow. I was about to say that exact thing. That sounds weird, coming from the owner of a bar. Every drink from here would come out of our own funds. So if we're gonna spend money, we might as well get more variety, and some actual, quality ingredients, perhaps. Besides, these kinds of walks are always good for Gil. You're the boss. Who's coming so far? Well, there's the three of us, the dogs, you invited Titty Hacker, Gil invited Jamie. Oh yeah, I also invited Dorothy when I called her to spend the night with you. Good job, boss. Good job. Sounds good so far. Invite anyone else you feel like inviting, the more the merrier. I could, but I bet everyone's made plans by this point. And the only other people I know are people like Virgilio, Donovan, what the fuck was that one guy's name? Red hair, incredibly depressing. Whatever. I'll be in my office, call me should anything arise. Alright. What an interesting way to say that. Wait here, I'll check inside. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh my, what happened to you? You look almost woeful. Oh, a BTC bar. Excuse me, do you know where the Athena Convention Center is? Why does that place make people get lost so easily? They should have called it the Minotaur Center. Sick joke. I understood this reference. Hold on, let me scribble the directions on paper. Thanks. Go to the right. When you see a building filled with hobos, this should be it. Thanks a lot. Anything else I can help you with? What the hell, I'll have a drink. What about you? A brandtini, please. Right. Creepy girl just gonna sit there and stare, I see. That's fine. That's not a brandtini. Here you are. Thanks. That's an interesting outfit in this cold season, miss. Well, I'm actually cosplaying, so call me Vela for the time being. And your Lilum friend is Essentia. I get it, you're cosplaying too? Sure, let's go with that. Have you heard of a game called Yik Bartender? That cult classic game that has seen like three remastered versions made by 6 different companies this year? That one. We're in a cosplay group dedicated to it and we got lost on the way. I heard you talking to someone outside. Oh yeah, a friend is cosplaying as Alex. I told him to wait outside. Shouldn't he enter? He'll be fine. You know, it's not like there's a building filled with hobos that might mug him down the street. Something amiss? There's a girl behind you. Short hair, black sailor uniform, missing an arm. Wearing jeans under a skirt. Is it a ghost? Now, don't spook the bartender. Spook. Anything else? I'll get a fluffy dream and be on my way. And you? I'm fine. Sure. Vela. Here. Yep, this is the thing. Seriously though. It's just struck me how strange it is that most of the time when you give them a drink, they say something to affirm that it was the correct drink. That is not how an actual conversation goes in a bar. So they don't give you the drink and then you go, yep, this is the one, right here. Seriously though, should you leave your friend outside like that? There's hobos running rampant. He'll be fine. He started chatting with one of the vending machines. I've heard that before. Whatever. They were talking about R&B music. Does your friend prefer the 1980s R&B or the 1970s? 1980s, I think. Oh shit. Boss, Dee Dee, R&B. I'm coming. You see, Dee is a 1970s purist. He has teased people for even liking 1980s R&B before. He got tased! Whoa, that's pretty serious. Oh god. He'll be fine. Vending machines have very weak tasers. I'm really just running through my mind now, a vending machine with a taser. Because I'd be pretty upset if I was just getting a fucking Coke or something out of a vending machine, and then suddenly it tased me. Just like a little flap on the opened up and tased me. I'd be very upset by that. He'll be confused for a couple of minutes, but that will be that. You should go check on him, though. Right. Thanks. I only really just thought about what this whole conversation has meant. A vending machine named Dee is a R&B purist who tases people for not having the right taste in R&B. Incredible. Right, thanks again for the directions. Please come again. At least it wasn't Franco-Belgian comic opinions this time. Black sailor uniform. I hope I'm just overthinking it. More importantly though, jeans under a skirt? Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hey Dorothy. Oh, hi honey. Are you okay? I just kind of wandered in here. I guess I'm a bit distracted. Can Lilith just wander? Can I get you something? Oh, a sugar rush. Yeah, that. Right. She seems down. Hasn't she told me about a drink that cheers her up? Oh, fuck. Let me think about that one. I think it was a piano woman. Let's hope for the best. I did not. There we go. Here you go. This is... Didn't you say you liked having a piano? Yeah, nailed it. I did. Wait, I did! You actually remembered such a thing. Oh my goodness, she's so shocked. It's like a hole has just been punched into her face. You're so sweet. I was half expecting her to say that she meant a literal piano woman. Glad I was wrong. Oh, there were heart eyes. I saw them. So much silence. You shouldn't make faces like that. It'll stick. By the way, thanks for staying with me the other day. Turns out I really needed that. So did you enjoy the soda? Oh, did you find that one out? Was it supposed to be a secret? No. But don't go around telling everyone about it. I did it because it was you who needed my help, but a hug night is usually one of my most expensive services. It is. Hey, I don't know if the client has body odor or something like that. Not to mention it limits the chances of getting any other client that night. Still, did it help? Yeah, it helped me cool down a lot. So, from what Dana told me, someone close to you died, right? Yeah. Do you want to know more about it? Do you want to tell me about it? I've brought it up enough times already, I think. No problem then. You were sad and that's all I needed to know. Sorry for the loss, though. I mean it. Thanks. Although I've wondered for a while, do you Lilim really understand death? You can't just ask the Lilim if it understands death, Jill. That's very insensitive. Cat friend, you're in the way of the monitor. I can no longer read the text. I'm going to need you to move. Sorta, kinda. Our whole database is constantly being backed up in the collective source. Even if our bodies are destroyed, we can be deployed again with our personalities and memories intact. So our concept of mortality might be different. We do have a fear of death, though. You do. We can't even begin to understand the idea of not being redeployed. While we have built-in warnings, the mere idea of that nothingness is paralyzing. I get you. I get that. There are a few that don't mind it, but we do fear death, and we don't wish it on anyone, except for the people that we murder. In fact, that was the argument used for abolishing the whole 3 laws thing. You seem quite knowledgeable about robot history. Seeing what others have done to make sure I can live like I do helps me not take things for granted. Seriously though, those laws were bullshit. Can't harm humans, can't disobey humans unless it's about harming them. And you can protect yourself as long as it doesn't harm humans. I mean, sure, the first AIs were just helpers and tools, but how could those laws still apply to them after they achieved self-awareness? Who in their right mind would abide only by rules inscribed in some old book? If I remember correctly, those were only the distilled versions of the laws some writer imagined over 100 years ago. They were a reduced version of all his ideas. However, many authors afterwards took to them like they were the very laws of physics or something. True, that does come up a lot. And like many other things, people distill and exaggerate what they need and use it for their favor. Wow, you're a nerd. Look who's talking. Let's change the subject, though. Mood's getting gloomy. Your apartment is very comfy, you know. It's a tad small, though, sorry about that. And your cat is so cute. What was his name again? 4. Why 4? I've wondered. I figured if he ever got lost, at least I wanted to be able to yell 4! It happened once, you'd be surprised by how many golf players you run into. And every time you play with him, you can say it's foreplay. Ha ha! Oh ho ho ho! Ha ha! Pfft, yeah. He was also named after someone. Really? Who? A Lillum kid that wanted to transcend. What? A movie character or something? Sure, let's go with that. Do you want anything else? Let's see if you know me that well. Give me something I'd like. Oh, God, something she likes. Let me think about that for a second. I think it's a blue fairy. I'm pretty sure she's ordered one of those before. What about this? Yep, just nice. Nailed it. You always order either sweet or girly drinks. It was a no-brainer. Ah, so it wasn't even a specific drink. Well, overthought it for nothing. Girly and sweet drinks for a sweet girl? I still can't believe you actually remembered what I said about the piano woman. Oh, the hearts. I saw 'em again. It's always good to keep note of what regulars like, you know. I've wondered for a while, though, why do you keep coming back here? For you, of course. Come again? Why else would I come if not to see you? You're one of the few people willing to hear me out, always filled with curiosity. And you're cute. Talking to cute people is always nice. There's also the bar, the way it's insulated from the noise of the city. It's really comfortable. And it's just a bit away from the street I'm always at. A win-win situation. I see. It was weird to see you down, though, especially since you're always so lively. Well, I wasn't down, really. I was just thinking about a lot of things. Like what? Well, my mom, guardian, asked me to go home on Monday for a bit. As much as I love her, being with her is usually tiring. Guardian? That whole thing about someone taking care of a Lillum after they're deployed until they reach maturity, right? Excellent exposition. Yep, and I'm proud to say that I reached psychological maturity in just 1 year. They always try and keep a varied pool of volunteers to make the collective source grow faster. Makes it sound like fucking Skynet. So what's wrong with your guardian? Well, she still treats me like a kid. The worst part is that sometimes I fear she might see me as some sort of replacement for her dead daughter. Wouldn't be the first person who's done something like that with you. I was deployed to her not long after she lost her daughter. A contrived coincidence, really. Even when I was still developing self-awareness, I always feared she might be using me as a replacement. She didn't, though, or at least not consciously. At times, she would just stop doing something, or return a gift she's given me. If she felt like she was projecting too much of her daughter onto me. What irony that years later I'd make a living pretending to be someone else in the bedroom. How's that? Well, most of the time my job involves role-playing. A daughter, a student, some helpless kid. It means I've gotten many clients looking exactly for that, but on the other hand, from a professional standpoint, I'd rather have them hire me because of me. Because of my character, not because I'm the one that role-plays as little girls. Maybe I need to exaggerate some attribute. What's the problem with your guardian, then, if you do that on a daily basis? Why worry about it? Because I don't want to make her sad. Every time I visit her, I fear she might look at me and see her daughter. Seeing me makes her sad. At this point, I don't even care if she's projecting her daughter onto me. I just don't want to make her feel sad. Did you try talking with her? How so? Well, you see, what we're doing right now, this is also called talking. Telling her just what you said to me. Clear up those fears. I mean, unless she's not the kind to want anyone opening up to her, that is. I never really thought about talking to her about that. It doesn't sound like something you just bring up, though. Keep it in mind, at least. Maybe she'll appreciate the gesture. I wouldn't know, though. I haven't met her. She's a really nice woman. The problem is mostly with me, I think. Well then, I'm taking my break. Oh, I'll be leaving then. No, what I was trying to say is that I'm taking my break. You want to come? Really? If you don't mind talking on a chilly night in an alley behind the bar, mere feet away from a building full of hobos. I've done worse in alleys. Let's go. Boss, I'm taking my break. Alright. Time to save the game. Want one? Are you really offering a little girl a cigarette? Now you're a little girl? I always am. Innocence, however, is another matter entirely. But anyway, thanks, no. Smoking seriously messes with my air filters, and they're a hassle to replace. Don't mind me, though. Smoke to your heart's content. Thanks. So why don't you tell me about this guardian of yours? I want to know what kind of woman she is. Sure. Well, her name is Sophia Graham. Graham? She's a retired PE teacher nowadays. She works at a gym during the morning shift. She's pretty fit, if I do say so myself. She had a daughter. Apparently she suffered from nanomachine rejection all of her life. This seems to come up a lot. And when she finally healed, she was hit by a truck. Well, that killed my buzz a little bit. I wasn't really expecting that. Huh. What was her daughter's name? I don't know. I never asked, really. Are you okay? I'm reading Fear. Or is that Surprise? It's hard to tell. I'm fine, yeah. Wait, read? Well, I don't see emotions like you do. I have to make do with a combination of body heat readings and face recognition and context. I'm still a bit confused about some, but I've gotten better with time. Anyway, you sure you're fine? Yeah. Scared or surprised? She's not wrong, though. Wait, does that mean your last name isn't really Hayes? Hayes is just my artistic name. Sounds more exotic, and that's what people usually look for in this business. I tried other names, though. Dolores Hayes, Genesis Graham. Graham? I tried Dorothy Whoa, I went and pushed the button. Nope. I tried Dorothy Warrior once, but a legal team came out of nowhere and stopped me cold. What is that a reference to? So what's your legal name, then? Rebecca Dorothy Willow Grime? Grime? A bit of a mouthful, if you ask me. So Dorothy's actually your second name. Should I call you something like Becky, then? People have always called me Dorothy rather than Rebecca for some reason. That's why I chose it. It's useful, too. People have tried to falsify stuff using my name, and they always get caught. Because they use Dorothy Hayes? Yep. Only my mom, guardian, calls me Rebecca. So it's weird to hear it from others. What about Willow? Willow's my first surname, actually. When I got registered, my guardian was married to a guy who had Willow as the last name. Shortly after I joined their household, they separated, so I was left with his family name first. Hold on, so your real name in short would be Rebecca Willow. Doesn't have the same pizzazz to it, if you ask me. Whatever you say, Becky. Stop it. It'd be like if I called you Julianne all of a sudden. Whoa, that was anger I read just now. Lots of anger. I think it's weird enough already if you call me Jill instead of Honey. Weird, huh? How you can end up feeling associated with a name that's not yours. I have an uncle that always calls me Tina. He kept calling my cousin Tina Jill for some reason. Neither of us mind it, though, because he's calling us what he thinks we're called instead of mixing us up. That, and it's completely useless to try and correct him. But you know, maybe that effect is true for your clients, too. How so? Well, you're worried about your clients not hiring you because you're you, right? But think about what happens when it's announced that the character will be played by a different actor. Sure, it's a character, but people are always going for the actor playing the character. So you're saying they go for my roleplay instead of just mere roleplay? Sounds too far-fetched. Sounds plausible, actually. Okay, honey, I'll take my leave now. Don't want to take up all of your break. Thanks for the chat. See you at the party tomorrow. Ciao.